Hello everybody, this is Lara from Pure Elliott Wave with your Monday to Friday update for Bitcoin, Ethereum and XRP. There's really not much to add from yesterday, to be honest. Nothing's changed. Price is still consolidating for all of them. For Bitcoin, price is in a rectangle with resistance 73,100 to 71,500 and support about 60,700. It's 2/3 likely to break out upward because it comes in the context of overall upward movement. 1/3 likely to break out downward. If it did break out downward, that would be a close below support, and then I would expect final support at 55,000. What's most likely is eventually it's going to break out upward, closing again to new all-time highs. If it breaks upward on an upward session with push from volume, we can have confidence in the upward breakout. When price swings from resistance to support and back again when it's within a consolidation, it doesn't always do so in a straight line. Here, meeting resistance, had another bounce and then moving overall downward, but it didn't move in a straight line. When price is moving from resistance to support and back again within a consolidation, it tends to be pretty choppy and overlapping. So yesterday we had a downward session, a little bit of a push from volume. The current session for the 25th of April, so far a little bit of a doji. It's the afternoon now, nearly 1 o'clock New York time. The last completed downward session has some push from volume, but overall volume is declining as price moves sideways, and that's normal during a consolidation. And consolidations are a normal, healthy part of a bull market. No signal yet from on-balance volume. I am watching this one carefully every day. A break above resistance would be a strong bullish signal. A break below support would be a strong bearish signal. After yesterday's downward session, ADX is again turning upward, indicating that for the short term at least there is a downward trend for Bitcoin. There's quite a way to go before the downward trend may end. RSI is well and neutral, quite a way to go before that reaches oversold. Money flow is also neutral, quite a way to go before that reaches oversold. The Elliott Wave count for Ethereum remains the same after yesterday's session. There's really not much change, well, there's no change at all. This downward movement fits nicely as a zigzag, A, B, C, finding support almost at the lower edge of the Elliott channel. I will use this channel to add confidence to the view that this pullback may be complete when we see a full green daily candlestick above and not touching the upper edge of the Elliott channel. That'll meet my conservative definition of a breach, and then we'll have confidence that this counter trend movement is complete and the larger upward trend has resumed. On the way up, a new high above 3413.05 would also add some confidence to the view that the correction is complete. Ethereum is continuing to find support about 3050. I expect overall an upward swing. Look for resistance at 3680. The last completed candlestick is red with a little bit of a push from volume, but overall volume is declining as price is moving sideways. I'm adjusting the short-term resistance and support line for on-balance volume. A breakout of this small range would give a weak signal. Let's see if the range can be strengthened with further tests in the next few days. ADX is still declining. There's no clear trend at this time for Ethereum. With ADX declining, a model of stochastics plus support and resistance would expect overall an upward swing for price to reach resistance and stochastics to get closer to overbought. The Elliott Wave count for XRP also remains the same. No change here. I still expect that this structure for intermediate wave 2 is most likely to be complete as a double combination. A zigzag for the first structure in the double. The double is joined by a 3 in the opposite direction. A flat for the second structure in the double. Double combinations are not very common, but they're not rare. Triple combinations are extremely rare. So if I've got the labeling of this right and it has a really good fit, then it's extremely likely that intermediate 2 would be complete, because for it to continue further, it would have to be a very rare triple. The rarity of that structure reduces the probability of that outcome. It's not no probability, it's just a really low probability. Technicals for XRP, pretty much the same. Found support at the 46-49 cent area with a bunch of bullish long lower wicks. Broke above resistance at 54.55 and then moved pretty quickly back below. Look for support now at 0.49. Next time if it can break above resistance here, let's see if it can stay there. The last completed downward session had a very slight increase in volume beyond the previous session, but overall volume is declining as price is overall moving sideways and slightly higher. ADX tells us there's no clear trend for XRP, and the model of stochastics plus support and resistance just isn't really working very well for this one during this current pullback consolidation. The model would say to expect overall upward movement from price toward next resistance and to see stochastics continue higher to reach overbought. But for the last two upward swings, stochastics didn't reach overbought, it fell substantially short. That's it for me today with a little quick update for you just to keep things in perspective. I'm keeping an eye on it. Just like you to have confidence that I'll be here every day to keep everything nice and calm. I just think it's most likely we're going to see a continuation of upward movement, but price doesn't move in a straight line. Pullbacks and consolidations along the way are a normal to be expected part of a bullish run.